thinking about vessel.
Vessel. Do you want to call it something else?
No, the way to pronounce it, that's why.
You were doing good. You pronounced it good.
Let
me hear it.
First time vessel.
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 That's perfect.
Vessel.
Vessel.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
We have a vessel. Vessel. Okay.
That's perfect.
You know, oh my God, God is not a liar, because He told me gonna teach me English, and now I'm preaching in English. That's great. Yeah. Amen. The title we're gonna talk today is "We Are the Vessel." Now, in the vessel, we're gonna find out in the Bible we have the vessel of honor. I don't know if you understand that. And then we have the vessel is for nothing. And then God created all those vessels for His own glory. Some is gonna destroy it. Some is gonna use them for bad. Some is gonna use for good. And then we are for the good one. That's why we have to to know which kind of vessel we are. Now we're gonna start in the book of Genesis. Genesis 2. Genesis 2. Verse 7.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Yes. Here we're seeing the first man, God took him from the dusk. And then when He took him from the dusk, He made a man. But we're going to find out this first man, really, he was not the dusk of honor. How? When God created him, God breathed in him, he started talking, he started doing all good things, making God feeling good. But some time in his life, he was disobedient to God. And then we're going to find out later, he was cursed. God kicked him out of the garden. Now, the Bible is talking about the second Adam who came after. That's what we're going to see now. We know that it's Jesus about Christ, but we're going to talk about later. Now, let's go to the book of Romans 9, verse 21. Romans 9, 21. to 23. Yeah.
Hath not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Yes. You see, one vessel He make for the honor and the other one for the dishonor. Now, who is the potter? Is God. God is the potter. Now we see God, the first man He made, God made him, but in the first time, he was for honor. That's why God told him, could you give all the animal the names? Could you give the tree? That means when you have the Spirit of God, God seeing you as a vessel of honor. That means anything you can do, anything you can say, you have to understand that God power. Because when God looking you in the spiritual way, He's seeing you also as a vessel of honor. Now, what is said, some of vessel, they exist for dishonor. That we're calling people. There are people here, you can preach them, you can talk to them, you can do whatever you want, but if God created them just for dishonor, they will never understand. Because the reason they exist is just for dishonor. Now, what is the dishonor? They don't accept God. They reject God. But who made them? Is God. That's what the Bible called him. The Bible said He is the potter power of the claim. It's him who make the vessel for good or for bad. And then we have to keep going. You just read verse 23, right?
21.
No, now 22.
What if God, willing to show His wrath and to make His power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that
You see, just 22. That means God make those vessels for that at the end they're gonna be destroyed. It's like the first Adam. When God made him, God knew that vessel, that dust I make here, at the end is gonna be lost. I'm gonna reject him. Because You have a value, you have an honor only when you have God in you. That's why the first Adam, he had a value when God was living with him in the spirit. He was a vessel of honor. But at the end, later on, when he was disconnected with God, he became a vessel of dishonor. That's why you see we have many Christians calling themselves a Christian. We have many people, as the Bible just telling us here, God made them to show his anger to them. That's why you see some people, they dying like this, they be in the trouble, they got this, all those things. God just make them, just at the end of the story, they're going to be, the Bible saying in English, they're going to be destruction. God will destroy them. That's why sometimes, you know, when you reach that level of this understanding, and you want to live the way God make you understand to live, some people will call you all the proud name. They're gonna call you, you think you know everything, you think God, they're gonna look you like you're trying to make yourself like this, but they don't understand it's not even you. It's God. It's God who lives in you, and then God made you, give you value. God give you the honor. You are just a simple vessel. He is the powder of power. That's why we need to be thankful to him, to be what we are. Now, 23, listen what he said.
And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Right. He prepared us for his glory. That's why you see, even we did not meet God, but God was protecting you. God was protecting us. Whatever kind of the life we were going through, God knew one day I prepared those vessels for my glory. I have to make a way. One day they're going to meet. One day I will use them, and then they will see my glory. That's why for us to know Jesus Christ, make us to understand who he is, we have to understand we have an honor. We have to know. That's what Paul said. You need to walk your head up. Don't put your head down. You need to walk your head up, knowing you have a value in the spiritual way, even physical way, because those vessel is made for his glory. Now he is the one who making all those things. Now 2 Corinthians 5. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 1. 1 and keep reading.
For we know that if our earthly house is of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
Yes, here we have to understand this body is nothing. That's what the book of John, I know we always talk about it, saying the flesh count for nothing. That's why you don't have to worry about this flesh. It's not saying you don't have to take care of this flesh. Yes, we have to take care. You need to take shower. I need to wear these clothes. You know, I need to put good perfume, nice car, nice house. You need to take care. But when he's talking about here, he's saying when it's going to be destroyed. What that means? That means when the end of everything on this earth will be finished. We have to know we have a good place there to live. That is true. And that's what we're going to see one day. Because the vessel can be destroyed anytime. But God wants us to understand, the time we're living on this earth here, since we have him, we have a value. We are living in honor. But some of people living here, is God made them, but they're going to live with dishonor. And at the end, they're going to be destroyed. And one day, they're going to be in hell. They're going to cry. But for us, we don't have to worry. That means worry should not be a part of life. Because God is always telling us we have something behind there. We're going to live. But what we have to know, and I love to say that, we are there already in the spirit. Because what happened was in the garden, the first vessel when he made a mistake, he disobedient to God, disconnect with God, God cast him out. But that man, that flesh, that vessel, still alive. But the spiritual was dead. Now, when the Bible calling Jesus Christ the second Adam, meaning Jesus came in the spirit that is eternal, but he was dwell in a vessel who was should be destroyed one day. But when he was living in that vessel, that time he was working, talking to people, he was honored and he had a value. Now he's helping us through him to know him, to trust that flesh who came, to say, oh, that's him who was in that flesh. When we trust that, we believe that flesh who went to the cross, vessel, and then died after 3 days, he came in the spirit. In the time we believe that, he coming in us and our vessel has a value, now is taking us back in the garden. You have to know you're living in the garden in the spirit. Because when you look, the first man who was living in the garden in the spirit, he can look at an animal like this. God never teach him, he never been to school, but he will say dog. And that was exactly what God, the name he gave to this dog, animal. And he was saying that to run away, even not asking to God. Meaning now when you're living in the spirit, you have to know your vessel has a value. Whatever your vessel gonna say, if you don't doubt, if you don't hesitate, God will do it. Because it's not you who's saying that, it's God who's saying that. But you have to do it by faith. That was calling vessel of honor. Many people doubt. When you're saying something, you are doubting. You are, it's gonna happen or not. You're thinking too much. But you have to understand you are the vessel of honor. That's what God wants you to see. You are. God looking like you have a value. Just say it. Say it. I will do it. It's not you. I will do it. But I'm waiting your vessel to say something. I will be the one who want to do the rest. You see? 2 Corinthians 5:2.
For in this we groan earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven.
3.
If so be that being clothed we shall not be found naked.
Yes. We should not be found naked. That means when you look, the first vessel we call Adam, the dust, the first dust God made, he was walking naked, but he did not know he was naked. Do you know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he was working there, but he did not realize he was naked. That means he was clothed in the spirit. The day he was disobedient to God, now in the spirit he was disconnected with God, then he realized he was naked. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. That's why we have to understand this. When we have this knowledge of knowing God living us, spiritually you are close. Now, you know what? When you're living, you don't have to look people. You don't have to look your problem. You don't have to look your disease. You don't have to look what is not going on. You don't have to look that. What you have to look and understand, God lives in me and I am a vessel of honor. Period. Because it's him, the Father, who makes you that way. He's making many vessels, but he make different. Some is going to destroy, some is going to give a value. He's going to bless. Do you understand that? That's good. Now, verse 4.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life.
Keep going, 5.
Now he that hath brought us for this selfsame thing is God, who also hath given us to the earnest of the Spirit. Yes,
the earnest of the Spirit. That make us to understand we have the honor of God. Because it's the potter, right? He can destroy the vessel anytime he wants. But because he put us the earnest of the Spirit, we have a value. You know, when you look the vessel, you will see it cannot move. If you don't hold that and move that, you can put that on this table. If you say it's going to stay here for years, it's going to stay there for years. But if you say, I will put you here, around 5 a.m., I will put you there. You're going to do it. The vessel will do nothing. He will say nothing. He's just waiting for you to do something. That's what God wants us to understand. We are a vessel, but He lives in us. Now, the gift is giving us is what? Whatever we can say, He will do it for us. Instead, the vessel doesn't have something you have to hold and move, but it's giving you the right. As a vessel, you can do nothing, but He now lives in you. Now, whatever you think or you said, He gonna do it. Do you understand that? Good. Now, verse 6 now. Listen what He said there.
Therefore, we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord.
Yes. That's what I mean. We have to walk through faith. But you have to know, more you staying in your thought, you are far away from God. That's why sometimes you're saying something and then you doubt. You want to do something, you hesitate. Because you are in the flesh. You are in the vessel. That I tell you, the vessel cannot move. Because the vessel thinking, I can do something. But you can do nothing without Him. Now, how you can do it? He said just faith. Faith is something, we already spoke about it. You cannot see it. You cannot touch that. But it's trust, like He said. Trust. Just trust. Just trust, period. Even it works. If it doesn't work, you trust Him. Now He's gonna do what He should do for you as a vessel. That's why He said in verse 6, we have a confidence. And then more we're living in this body, we are far away from Him. You know, for me, when I'm reading the Bible most of the time, I'm saying it's like the exercise God is giving me every day, every single minute. Because anytime the devil will try to take you far away from God. Now, how are you going to do it? With your thought. Because he cannot touch you. He cannot hold you. But he can be somewhere where? In your thought. Do you understand that? Yeah, verse 7.
For we walk by faith,
We walk
not
by
by
faith,
sight.
not by sight. You see? Because when you put a vessel here, let's be serious. The vessel cannot see. It's a vessel. That means when you don't have God in you, actually you don't see. That's why people making so many mistakes. That's why we have all those organizations in the world, but they cannot fix the world. They're giving good word to people. We're going to do this. We're going to spend money to this. We're going to do this. But they never succeed because they are blind. By the thinking, because they have those two eyes, they can see the tree, they can see the road, they can think. They're thinking they're seeing, but they are blind. That's what the Bible is saying. Jesus Christ blind the Jewish people for them not to recognize Him. And then as He opened our eyes to know about Him. That's why you see those Jewish people as a vessel of dishonor. They was like, who are you? Because they was not seeing Him. But He's saying, I'm standing in front of you. You asking me who I am. That's why the Bible is saying, Paul said, us, we're walking by faith and not by sight. The vessel cannot see. You can take a vessel, I believe you have some. You can put here. Just look the vessel. It's not saying, it cannot move. But it's you saying you can hold that and put that a safe place. That's what Paul said. Us, we walk by faith. When you see things getting hard, use your faith. Just use it. You are a vessel of honor. Do you understand that? It's like Trump, as the president of the United States. If he got something, he knows, I have advantage to that, I can do something, he's going to do it. Because in the United States, we have a power. He's not going to hesitate. It's like us. God wants us to understand we are a vessel of honor. That's what should stay in our mind. And then we need to walk by faith and not by sight. Now read verse 8. Listen, it said,
We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord.
yeah, that meaning we have to have trust. Now when he say absent of the body, he's not saying you're dying. No, he's saying your faith, your thought, everything should be with God. Meaning even I'm driving my car, something happened, I have this trust is there, is going to protect me. There is no doubt anymore. Because I'm out of this body. But you can see me. But it's not me, it's Jesus. That make you close with him. When you have a vessel you put here, the vessel will do nothing. Unless you're putting stuff, you're doing whatever you want to do. Now, if that vessel can think, can talk, it will realize I'm nothing. But it's the one, my potter, my owner, who doing everything you want to do to me. Now you telling your vessel, listen to me. Trust me. You have honor. I made you for honor, but I made some vessel for dishonor. You have to know that. That means when you reach that level, you may see something, people crying. You may feel bad, but at the end you're gonna say, God be blessed. You see? Yeah.
Amen.
Now verse 9. Now listen.
Wherefore we labor, that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him.
Amen. You see, 10, just you understand that.
For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
Thank you. That's good question. Now, you know when you're reading this, many pastors, many churches, they're going to tell you, everyone should go in front of God and be judged. Yes, but what happened? God will judge us according to the behavior, according to the work we're going to do here. But now when I know I'm the vessel of honor and everything I'm doing is through him, that means I will be there for him to tell me, you are blessed. You done good. Go to paradise. Some vessel will come now in the spirit. They're going to tell them, you done this. Because he knew I made you already for destruction. And he's just going to send them to the hell. That means even going to the hell or the heaven, we don't have choice. People doesn't know that. It's like Brother Dave was telling me when I came here, he was telling somebody, he said, Jesus said, go in the world and make people my disciple. And I asked this man, who gonna make people disciple, to you or who? The person was like, yeah, me. But he told him, no, it's God. Now, do you know this sentence there? Nobody will understand that. Because he's gonna tell you, but Jesus said, go. He's telling me to go to do it. But they don't know their vessel. They can do nothing. The potter should do everything. All right. Now, we just return. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 4, where we are. 4, verse 6. 2 Corinthians 4, 6 and 7.
But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us.
But we have this treasure in earthly vessel, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us. We don't have to get the proud. But God wants to show us He is a treasure. You know, when you talk, you can ask any Americans. That's why I always say thanks to God to bring me to America. You can ask any American, tell me about your treasure. He may tell you many words. That is my secret. I kept that in the bank. I have they can't tell you anything, but as a secret. Now God wants us to understand the treasure should be hiding somewhere. Now He is our treasure, God. Now He put that treasure in us as a vessel. That's why when you say something, you see the glory of God. Don't take this proud in you. When you believe something and you see that fulfilled, don't even take a minute and say, oh, it's me. No. Now He's doing that just to teach us we are nothing. We are simple vessel who can be destroyed anytime. Right? Now everything we sing is for His glory. Like one day, I believe it was last week, Brother Dave came at work, and then he was driving his car, nice car, and I told him, I said, wow, Brother Dave, this is a nice car, look this car. Because when he's driving, put the tire, the wheel like this, I said, my God. And then he was like, it's not me, it's God. That was good. That God gave to me to drive, it's for Him. That's the way God wants us. He wants to see us every single day. Even you have this t-shirt, you have to reach that level. Even while you're saying thank you, to everything bless Him. I know people just taking a water and drink. after a couple of minutes, say, "Oh, I'm feeling bad," just for water. That means this world there is nothing good. This world things become good when you understand is for His glory. Then He's gonna make that good for you because you have an honor. You know when you have an honor, they have to respect you. God respect us because we respect Him. That's great. Now, we just read
We read
Second
7.
Corinthians 7.
4,
Now
7.
let's go to 2 Timothy.
Timothy.
2 Timothy 2, verse 20. Two 20. Yes. 20 to 23.
But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
Yes. You see that? The Bible is clear. Now the Bible is saying, but in the great house. What is the house here? Yes, people may think it's the house. No, the house is the earth. In this earth, God made a vessel of gold and silver. But beside that, we also have a vessel of wood. Now you have to know the vessel of gold and silver and wood are different. They are not the same. But they're still in the house. We're all still on this earth. Do you understand? Yes. Now it said, but also wood. But and some to honor and some to dishonor. Do you understand? We are for honor. We are gold. We are silver. That's why I want to tell you something here. When you want to have a right gold, the pure gold, you know what you have to do? You have to bring that to the higher fire. That should go through the higher fire. But when you take a wood, you put to the higher fire, the wood is going to disappear. But when you take a gold, you put to the high fire, it's going to go to the other side and become a pure. That's why us as a vessel of gold, sometimes you will see maybe back in your life, you have many problems. You have deception. You have many situations. Sometimes it was like, where is God? That was the fire, because you should be born to become today pure, to have an honor, to have a value. But the wood one, they may have a problem, but one day the one just gonna die like this. Dishonor. God make them that way. That's why we need to be thankful to Him, and to make sure where I'm warning. We have to make sure we're living to have honor. That should be in our mind. And the Bible, that's what the Bible is saying in the book of Isaiah. Forget about your past. Let your past gone. That should not come back to you, because it's me who make you a vessel of gold. You should go through the fire. But I protect you. I make you say, today you are pure. You have to live with honor and be happy. Now, verse 22, right? Where we are? 2 Timothy 2,
21.
21. Yes.
If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work.
Amen. Now you are a vessel, pure vessel. Now what he said, you are sanctified. Sometimes people don't understand about sanctify. Sanctify means God puts you apart, and then you done nothing to be what you are in Christ. He took your place. He sanctified you. He make you what you did not deserve to be. Now here he said, when you understand you are pure, you understand that. You forget about your past. You forget about everything. Now you know, like a gold. You went to the fire. Today you know, oh, God loved me. Look, God is good. Then he said, your master, He as a father, is seeing you now good, ready for the good work. He can use you to anything you want. That's why Paul said, it's not me who lives. We don't walk by sight, we walk by faith. So God can tell you anytime, do this, because He can see you. You are ready. You are pure. For now, He, as a master, as a father, is ready to use this vessel. That's why you see in the house, I believe, mother or sister, they knows very, very better. In the summertime, you just gonna see in your house, they start changing the position of the house. They take this vessel, they put there, they take this, because they're like a master. They know in this time, that should go there. And then when you come, wow, the house look nice. Because the master take care of everything. It's like God. He knows at that moment you should be there. That's why any situation coming to our life, problems, praise Him and trust Him. He knows why that's happened right now for you. You see? Now, verse 22. Now you understand that what you have to do. Listen what he said.
Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
Yes, that's what we're doing here. And then those are the things we need to start doing every day we can. If you can bring peace, bring peace. If somebody coming to you, you will see the devil may use him to take away your peace. Just keep your peace. Keep faith. Keep charity. And invoke the Lord. That is your right. Talk to Him. Invoke just means talk to Him. He's going to listen to you. But when you don't have peace, you can talk to Him, but you're crying here, you don't have peace. God is so deep, I'm telling you. He has a principle where He wants you to understand, to reach. Then when you can lay in your bed just talking to Him, He's listening to you. He's ready. But He got like a principle. He got like many things we need to understand for us to reach the high level. You see? Now, verse 23. Listen what it said.
But foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strife.
Yes. You have to avoid those, what they said, foolish and unlearned question. That people are going to come to your life, they're going to start asking you things. It's not making sense. God said, run away from that. That can disturb your mind. God wants you to be in peace. Because anytime He can use you. Anytime. You don't know when. You see? He can use you. Now people may come around you with those many questions. Blah, blah, blah. God said, don't worry about those questions, because that's going to disturb your mind. I want you to be in peace. That's what we need to. We have to be in peace. And we have to understand this peace coming from Him. And then that is very important. Now, 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 45. Yeah, now listen this. 45.
And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
Yes. Now you see, like I just saw in the beginning, the first Adam was made through the dusk and the spirit, what the Bible was saying. And so he is writing, the first man Adam was made a living soul. It came from the dusk. God made him. But the second Adam was made quick night spirit. That the one we need, that the treasure, to have that Adam, spiritual Adam, living in us. That was the Adam who was living in that first Adam in the garden. When the Adam in spiritual Adam, him, seeing that Adam was disobedient to God, that Adam in the spirit left him. That's why I told him, the day you're going to eat, what happened? You're going to die. Now, that Adam came now in the flesh with a vessel who never sinned, who never lied, who never said nothing wrong to that vessel. But knowing that vessel is nothing, that may be destroyed anytime, he came to teach us, to show us the way, to make us understand everything, and to show us how to go back and live with the second Adam in the spirit. Another way, God, when He's looking at us, is calling us also today Adam. Why? Because we live in the Spirit. And then you will have to understand is a treasure hiding in us, in this vessel. Now, you have to understand living in peace, joy, faith, and to be pure. Why? Because he, as a master, he, as a father, he can use you anytime he want. Now, you have to understand, anytime he's going to use you, let me put it that way, easy way, he's going to pay you. He's going to pay you because it's like you don't work for free. Do you understand, right? Yeah. Now, Galatians 2. Galatians 2, verse 20. Galatians 2:20. Listen what he said now. Galatians 2:20. Yes.
I am crucified with Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me.
Amen.
And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith of the
Yes.
Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me.
Done. That's Paul talking now. I'm the vessel. I'm nothing. I cannot move. I cannot talk. I can do nothing. It's not me who lives anymore. It's not me. Maybe you seeing me, Paul, talking high. When I say hi, I know it's God telling you hi. That's why your words should have a power. You have to understand that. You know, there are people, they're feeling bad, but just when you say something, they feel good. There are people that tell you, oh, you know, when I just hear your voice, I felt so good. Yes, because your voice, even your voice is not you. You need to reach that level to understand that. Even saying hi, that's God. That's why, you know, when you understand that, you're not gonna say blessing to anybody. Because you know when I say you are blessed, he's blessed. Because you're not living, it's Christ who lives in you. And when Pharaoh say, I was crucified with him, that is deep. Now, could you imagine when I say I was crucified with Christ? When I was there, because I was not born yet.
Yeah.
But when he said I was crucified, that means the same vessel I have, this body, he had that. He took that vessel in the cross. That means because I'm born, I have this vessel. Now, since I accept him, this vessel, I have to remember and to know they are God who was on the earth. He had the same vessel like me, and he brought that to the cross. The day he crucified that vessel, the same vessel I have that was crucified there too, by faith. Now, from that point, I know he was crucified too, because he lives. I know he lives in me. It's not me who lives anymore. I'm just a vessel. He's my master now. He's the Father. He can do whatever he wants. That's what Paul trying to tell us here. You see. And then he said what? I now live in flesh. I live by the faith. Done. Live by the faith. You know, that is all about faith. You know. And then he said, the faith of the Son of God. We know the faith of the flesh of God. Why the flesh? Because us also we have a flesh. When he was in the flesh, when he was in the vessel, he can say something that happened. That means me too, because now he lives in me as a vessel. I can say something the same way done. I have to just to believe that's gonna happen. But I say, if you believe, you will do more than I done. But when I reach that point, sometimes I'm telling people, but he never drove a car. But when he say you can do more, you know what? I will give a testimony. One day I have one brother. We went to the store, and then we came out of the store. His car cannot start. He tried, it was not start. But what we can do, he did not have something to call people to come and tow the car. Now, we were like, what we gonna do? I felt just in my spirit to hold that car. I felt just in my spirit to declare a word. Brother Kaba, you know Brother Kaba. And I put my hand in his car. I just said, God, I believe this car gonna start. We're gonna go to this shop and then we're gonna leave that car there. Because nobody was there to push the car. I asked him, go in the car, start. He went to the back of the car. Come, vroom. I told him, let's go fast, let's go fast. I went in the car, we drove there, and then when we arrived in the shop, we leave the car. When he turned off the car, he tried again, no start. Why? Because we have to understand is the Almighty live in us. That's what Paul said. It's not me who lives anymore. It's God. But you have to know something. Paul, he had something in his bag. He was praying for people. People was getting healed. People was touching his clothes. They was getting healed. But he tried to pray God to take away this thing was in his bag that never went away. That means sometimes you can trust something is not working. Don't say God is not listening to me. Is the master. To you what he wants you, continue to trust him. Period. Just trust him. That make him feel better. And make him knowing, I know now it's not he who lives, it's me who lives in him. I will do something. Yes. Now, Deuteronomy 28. What is Deuteronomy? Verse 13. 28, verse 13.
And the Lord shall make thee the head, and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them.
Amen. Now you understand that he said you always gonna be what? The head. Always. God wants to understand you're gonna be the head. Why he's talking about the head? Because he is the head of the church. You are God. You are the head. You're not the, how you call that?
Tail.
The tail. But you are the head. He is the head of the church. That means, if, you know, God is so good. Because when you read Ezekiel, the Bible telling us, God took the devil and put him to the perfect life, to the head of the mountain. He made him like him. But he knew in him one day this man will show what he is, and I will have the right amount of the angel to cast him out. But to us, he knows it's not us who live. What is in us, it's him. Now God wants us to understand there is not a day or a time we're going to be destroyed. That's why I say you're going to be the head. Because I am the head of the church. But him, the spirit, I put him there just to make him knowing, wow, now I'm like God. What is in him should come out now. Then I can cast him out. That's what the Bible is saying. They are vessel of dishonor. And they are vessel of honor. That's why we are the head and not the tail. God bless you. Amen.
Amen. That's a good one, Pastor.
Amen.
Wow.